Am I the astronaut for warning my sister I would leave her off the wedding guest list if she doesn't stop pushing me to ask mom's husband to walk me down the aisle? My sister, 22 female, and I, 29 female, shared the same biological parents. I was 9 and she was 2 when our dad died, and I was 11 and she was 4 when our mom remarried. For lots of reasons, we don't have the same relationship with mom's second husband. To my sister, he's dad. He's the best guy in the world, and she will scream from the rooftops to defend him. A few years ago, she went no contact with our dad's parents and siblings because she took offense to them calling us his little girls in a card they left on his grave. She told them she was our stepfather's little girl. She actually said we both were, and that dad didn't raise us like he did. This was the first time we have ever had a real fight between us, though we had bickered and disagreed on this topic before, because I told her he was not and would never be my dad. She accused our grandparents, aunts, and uncles of disrespecting our stepfather and of turning me against my family, and she told them she hoped they'd join dad like they wanted to, so bad since they wouldn't come to terms with who our real dad is now. Holy f***, she wished them death because they wouldn't worship her father?
She sounds super stable.
The fight between us continued beyond my sister cutting dad's family out of her life. She told me she had no idea I would be so set in my ways still, and that she'd thought I would have seen things clearer being older. I told her it's because I'm older that I don't see it the same. I told her nobody replaced my dad. She told me it wasn't normal to have someone else raise you and feel like they weren't your real parents. I reminded her I was 11 when he married mom, so he didn't even raise me as long as dad did. Then she said I had known him longer though, and parenting doesn't end at 18. I pointed out I no longer lived with him at 18, and I never went to him for parenting or for support. She argued that he loved me as much as her and he didn't deserve to be the guy mom married by title. This fight lasted close to 5 weeks, and I had to take some time from her before it turned into something physical. She got so worked up, I expected it to become that. We did kinda make up, but we're still very much not on the same page about mom's husband. We also had a smaller fight over this topic around Father's Day because it was the 20th one without dad, and she didn't like my post to dad and felt it invalidated mom's husband. And maybe it did in her eyes because he became our dad when he married mom to her. But the reality is he only became her dad and never mine. And I'm not even close to him or to mom anymore because they could never wrap their heads around my not accepting him as my dad or my parent. Now the fight is turned to my wedding and the fact that mom's second husband will not be the father of the bride, will not walk me down the aisle, get a dance, or have a standout place at the wedding. He's mom's +1, and that's it for me. He'll be acknowledged in a toast with her, but that's it. My sister doesn't like it and has made it her mission to force my hand into asking him. She even went behind my back and told him I was going to ask and had finally come around and started a whole shit show between me and mom over it. Mom's husband was too busy sulking over not being asked to fight it out with me. And that's a whole other thing. I won't get into it here. I confronted my sister over what she did. She said she was trying to get me to do the right thing. We argued and it turned into another fight. This is when I told her I would leave her off the guest list if she doesn't stop pushing. My sister told me I have always hated her for loving mom's husband, for not wanting dad to be her dad, but to have him as her dad because he's alive. She told me she never understood picking some dead guy over someone still alive who wanted to be our dad. She said I ruined our family. I told her I couldn't take my love away from my dad and give it to someone else, and I couldn't love somebody who tried to make me love them and tried to take a spot claimed by another. My sister got incredibly frustrated and started cussing me out, but then told me I was being an ass and threatening to keep her away from my wedding was to punish her when she didn't deserve it and that I was asking for too much. I told her I was serious and I walked away from the fight and I've refused to engage since. She has tried and she has told me I can't keep her away from my wedding. I'm not being fair and she loves me and doesn't want to miss her only sister getting married, but I'm seriously thinking I might keep her away. Am I the astronaut? Edited to add, when I talked about what mom's husband would not be at my wedding, I should have said that was the plan before things kicked off. Now, neither mom nor her husband are invited because of the argument that happened after my sister lied. Oh, okay. So they're not even invited now. So sis.
Yeah, I say, talk about threatening worldviews. This girl her worldview is she doesn't remember her dad. This man is her dad. Her sister won't accept it, and she feels like it's her life mission to make sure that everybody believes that this man is her dad. And I don't know if it comes from a place of not knowing her bio dad, and so this is like what she has to believe. This
is the only guy that's ever existed.
And it's not even the existing part. It's that her sister knew bio dad, and she didn't. For me, that's what I think. And for her, it's like, I don't know if it's a jealousy thing, and so she has to believe this 100%, or else like something is not complete. She's missing something, and it's easier to believe this than it is to say, I miss a man I never knew because I don't remember him.
Okay.
I miss my dad because I didn't know him and I can't remember him. And because of that, I feel like I have to be this daughter for this man. Like that's the vibe that I got from this.
What do we do with things that we don't understand? We demonize them.
Yep.
Because it's easier
Yep.
than seeking to understand it. So she demonized it as her way of acceptance that.
And mom made this behavior okay. To me, and the way that this stepdad is asking, like it fed his ego not to talk about the man who was there before. And I think not having her mom or stepdad at the wedding is probably the best choice for OP because it's no one is willing to do the work to heal from what's happened. They're all just pretending like bio dad never existed. Like he was never a dad. He was never part of the family. And it's weird to me. Like if something had happened to one of us, like that memory would live on, like Navy would understand it. Our kids would understand it. And I just say Navy because she's the only child that we shared together. But like we would make sure that child understands who the person was that they've lost.
Yeah.
But it's like mom didn't do that. And it just fed into this story where bio dad was never really real.
I would imagine, from mom's position, that came from a place of desperation.
I
right?
agree, 100%.
She needed someone to take care of her and take care of the kids, so she did it to please him, which means that either he issued or gave the vibe that he wanted or needed that, or she just did it because she just assumed that he would need that, or that was the only thing that would give her value, right? It's 100% an NTA. Like we said from the very beginning of the story, not just within your rights, you're within reason on this. And at this point, I think you have an obligation to keep her away. And yes, you're going to have to beef up security because she actually said the words, "You can't keep me away from your wedding." And because previously you had to take a break from your sister because you thought she might get physically crazy.